Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. Hey now, hey now. Welcome to hour number 4 of the line. Talk 99.5 and talk995.com. Glad to see you here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging out with me as we struggle to get our way through this show. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it together as a family.
Just the 15,479 of us.
We can make it if we try. And that's what we're doing. We're trying. Hey, Deep South Construction Pros. Bringing you this part of the show. These are my buddies. Deep South Construction Pros. Love the work that they do. I love their admiration and their what's the word I'm looking for? It's the the way that they just really look out for their neighbors and their community. That's one of the big things that sold me on these guys was the fact that they're Alabama oriented, and they want to make sure that all the money that's spent is it stays right here in state and helps Alabamians as this is home. This is their home. They're not some big corporation where they're owned by some conglomerate. They're right here in Alabama, and that's what they pride themselves on. Deep South Construction Pros can do a lot of things for you when it comes to your home. Two of the things that I concentrate on, but don't limit yourself. Don't think this is all that they do. You can call them and ask them any questions you got. But foundation repairs and basement waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation to make sure that everything in your underparts of your house is nice and dry because you don't want water getting down there and causing a bunch of problems because it can get bad quick. Get with them on that. Get with them if you notice some foundation issues like anything starting to shift, cracks in the brick, or doors and windows not opening and shutting like they used to. These are signs of foundation issues. Call Deep South Construction Pros. They got you covered. 256 305 1854. That's 256 305 1854 and online deepsouthconstructionpros.com. Make sure you tell them your boy Andrew Mclain sent you and get yourself squared away. Lawyers, this is interesting to me. Lawyers have launched, and this is another one of those things you kind of read in between the lines, like when we were talking about Donald Trump posting that article about an investigation into Ilhan Omar's, immigration status in this country. Uh, Fauci's lawyers have launched a legal defense fund as investigations against him start to pile up and intensify. This is a sign that Team Fauci is highly concerned about what is coming down the pipe. Now, is it going to be something that results in Anthony Fauci getting in trouble? I don't know. I would hope so. I think the people that are eyeing prosecuting Fauci on a state level are serious about it. And that includes Florida and other states. But this fund is just the details on it. It's managed by an independent trustee, and it's designed to cover the cost of legal representation, document production, and even responses to subpoenas across multiple jurisdictions. This is, according to Todd Blanche, he said the Department of Justice is going to continue investigating information uncovered by the Senate, describing it as extraordinarily troubling, and noted that it's received a referral while declining to discuss ongoing matters in detail. Rand Paul has repeatedly called on the Justice Department to take action after Fauci did the whole I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
What was it, 101 times? Or
1, 2, 3,
something
4,
like
5. I don't even remember, but it was a lot. But again, state level investigations into his potential crimes, including Florida, West Virginia, Louisiana, and elsewhere. And I think we even have it going on in Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check that. Focus on issues ranging from pandemic guidance and potential personal financial benefits to the virus's origins and federal research funding. The preemptive pardon issued by Joe Biden on a pen covers certain federal matters, but does not extend to state investigations or all potential charges. And listen, this is something that the left has used. You know, keep a political enemy hemmed up on state charges, and the president can't pardon them. Donald Trump can't pardon them. Tina Peters, maybe even Derek Chauvin. Keep them under the jurisdiction of the state. And if you're in a blue state, you're just screwed. You're screwed. Fauci's lawyers said in a statement to Reuters, Dr. Fauci is facing an unprecedented legal barrage for a retired civil servant, and he deserves a robust defense against these unfounded and frivolous actions. Dr. Fauci has not done anything wrong, and we are prepared to fight back against this shameful harassment of an honorable man who dedicated his career to saving lives. Right. Saving lives. Dr. Fauci ruined lives. He ended lives. He may have even surpassed Hillary Clinton on unaliving people. By the way, Hillary Clinton is apparently, according to reports, planning Bill Clinton's funeral, and he's not even dead yet.
Uh-oh, they're turning on each other.
She's planning Bill Clinton's funeral. I saw the headline. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What do you mean she's planning his funeral? His health concerns are starting to mount up, and so he's not in the best of shape. But for you to be planning out his funeral enough for it to be notated in the media? Radar Online reported that Hillary's 78 years old. She has started arranging an elaborate memorial service while Bill is allegedly reviewing his estate and making potential changes at a will reportedly valued at $120 million. Bill Clinton is worth $120 million.
So that means that he's worth $120 million dead. So she's planning his funeral. You watch.
Stacking that cash, baby.
Black Widow, baby.
Because you know those two have separate bank accounts.
Oh, yeah, separate everything. I'm sure they don't even live in the same state.
And they definitely don't sleep in the same bed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping next to that.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to do, okay, here's my impersonation.
I'm going to go in here and watch some titties on HBO.
Here's my impersonation of Hillary Clinton. She's evil.
She is. She is an evil individual. But what has Bill Clinton done? Like, if you said, all right, Bill Clinton's worth $120 million, what has he done since leaving the office of the White House? Like, you've done nothing. You've done nothing, but you're worth $120 million. Some homely guy from Arkansas. $120 million. Big Willie. According to Radar, Hillary's tentative plans include a traditional funeral service at Washington National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., followed by Bill's burial at or near the William Clinton Presidential Library and Museum in Little Rock. One presidential historian cited by the outlet speculated that Clinton could even request to be buried near the library's rooftop garden, which was described as one of his favorite retreats. Wait, you would bury him on top of a building?
It's weird.
That is super weird because what if you want to renovate it? Like,
I mean, yeah, he's a former president. That's really
seems
weird.
because I mean, all it takes is one individual going in there and start digging through the flower bed, or a dog
get up there.
Yeah. Anything, some birds, they're gonna dig him right up. It says that it should be noted that the funeral planning for former presidents is not necessarily evidence of an immediate medical crisis. A Washington National Cathedral spokesperson told Radar Online that all living former presidents have state funeral plans under development. Still, the report arrives as Bill Clinton enters his 9th decade following years of serious medical problems and increasingly frail public appearances. Enters his 9th decade. Oh, so he's almost 90?
Who?
Bill Clinton?
No. Surely not. How old is Bill Clinton?
Or maybe that means he's 80.
Bill Clinton is
80.
Okay. So 9th decade means...
Oh, yeah, when he goes into 81.
Yeah. There you go. Just a little math for you. Oh, here it is. Clinton turned 80 on August 19th, just a few days ago. Although he has continued attending public events, including the Obama Presidential Library dedication back in June, even People magazine acknowledged that the former president has appeared more visibly frail in recent years. I'd say so. Clinton appeared unsteady during a June 2025 book signing event, at one point grabbing a pole to stabilize himself as he approached the building. He grabbed the pole and said, "Where's all the dancers?"
That's good.
Where's the strippers at? Yeah. Anyway, when it comes to somebody planning your funeral, like Hillary's the last one you want planning your funeral because she's
planning something else too.
She's got and really both of them have a history of people dying around them. The Clinton body count.
I mean, it's crazy how big it is.
It's a list that's a mile long. You can Google it and look at all the different names. There's a lot, and I would dare say, I don't know what the most recent one is. I think Seth Rich might end up being on that list as well. I got some Seth Rich stuff that came across the wire about a week ago. I'll see if I can dig that up because I was going to talk about that, but I didn't get to it because I was probably talking about poop or something. I did mention, and I'll get to this when we get back, I did mention Derek Chauvin and a renewed effort for Chauvin to be freed from prison because of the massive amount of evidence we have now 6 years later after the death of George Floyd, and it is no secret what happened that day. We'll talk about that next. 205-545-9950. That's 205-545-9950. So Elon Musk is calling for Chauvin to be freed, which is, with there's many people that follow Elon Musk, that's kind of a big deal. He said last Wednesday that the police officer accused of killing Floyd back in 2020 needs to be freed from custody. He argued the former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin did not receive a fair trial and that he's a political prisoner. He said, quote, Derek Chauvin was unjustly convicted of murder, therefore he should be freed. The facts show that he was not the cause of death, nor did he at any time intend for death to occur. Whatever else he may be, he is not a murderer. That is the truth. And when I saw that last week, I said to myself, well, he must have just watched the Fall of Minneapolis documentary because it lays it all out there. I mean, if you haven't seen that, you got to watch it. You can just Google it and find it. I think it's on Rumble. But that lays the whole thing out there from what happened that day to the trial itself. I mean, the trial was just as dirty as anything. And this guy got absolutely railroaded. George Floyd was talking about how he couldn't breathe well before he was ever even on the ground. Y'all have seen the video. He's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And if you can't breathe, you can't talk. But, it's whatever. And then he ends up having an overdose, essentially. That's what the original toxicology reports showed. And then they didn't like that, so they went back around and, changed it. All over a counterfeit $20 bill. Chauvin has filed a new petition seeking to vacate his state murder conviction. It says in the petition, Chauvin's legal team is requesting a court order declaring that the assignment of authority of the case to Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison was illegitimate and a violation of his due process rights. Additionally, they're asking for a court order declaring that the failure of the Hennepin County District Court to convene a grand jury before any charging decision and the failure of prosecutors to secure an indictment also violated Chauvin's due process rights. Here's why it was, a bad situation. They wanted the venue moved. They wanted the court venue to be moved because he was never going to get a fair trial in that area. I mean, the city had just burnt down over what they were describing was his actions. But not only that, you had an extremely corrupt judicial system. And again, I encourage you to go watch that movie. It's all laid out. I won't get into the details, but, this guy got railroaded more than anybody else. And he's already had a couple incidents while he's been in prison where he almost got killed. You imagine, John Burr, what it would be like just to get sent to prison as a police officer.
I'm surprised he's not already.
But on top of that, the police officer that allegedly, according to them, killed George Floyd. I mean, come on. Come on.
I wonder if they have him separated or.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at now, but he's been in isolation for, countless months and years probably. He served a state sentence of 22 years in addition to a 21-year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights.
Oh, God.
Chauvin's attorney argued the illegitimate portion of Keith Ellison. Here, I'll read this to you. It says, because Hennepin County's unlawful charges against Mr. Chauvin were not severe enough for the mob, Tim Walz referred the case to Keith Ellison, who signed and e-filed a second unfounded complaint against Derek Chauvin that included the murder charge. That's Greg Joseph, Chauvin's attorney. It further goes on to say that a grand jury should have been impaneled to consider the charges. A lack of a grand jury, quote, allowed prosecutors to substitute their judgment for that of the grand jury in order to force Mr. Chauvin to face charges that were unsupported by probable cause. As a result of these several due process violations, including the failure to present the matter to a grand jury for a probable cause determination or even to convene one, both this court and the district court lack jurisdiction over the charges in the amended complaint on which he is currently incarcerated, and it must be dismissed immediately. So they're trying new angles, if you will, as of last week, to have a new trial laid out, which is his right to do. Now, how they treat that, I don't know. Remember, Tim Walz is the governor. Keith Ellison is the attorney general.
Crazy world, man.
It's awful, man. It's an awful situation. And it shows you, because I don't know if Derek Chauvin is a good person, like, outside of his job. Like, I don't know. For all I know, he goes home and before he got sent to prison, he goes home and beats his wife or whatever. I'm sure if he did that we would probably know that. But it's not even a judgment of Chauvin's character. It's like just what we saw. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't even matter if it was a black cop doing this to a white criminal. Like, what happened and the way that all played out was against every single thing that our judicial system is supposed to stand for. And it shows the utter rot and decay of justice in this country. Alabama Men's Clinic, alabamamensclinic.com. Guys, I'm talking to you guys. If you have not gone to the Alabama Men's Clinic and got your testosterone tested, I don't know what you're waiting on, cuz I'm actually going to go this week. I was actually going to go today, but I'm so out of my freaking mind right now. I'm going to go maybe tomorrow or something. I gotta, if I go in there and get my blood drawn to see where my levels are at, I might just fall out on the floor, and I don't want to do that. But no, these guys take good care of you. If you will reach out to them, you can call them, or you can go to the website and sign up for your initial appointment. What they're going to do is they're going to talk to you a little bit about, like, hey, what kind of issues are you having, how you feeling, this, that, and the other. And, you know, these guys are very laid back, so it's easy to be transparent with them and tell them what issues you have. You know, whether that be you're lethargic all the time or you got ED that you deal with. And ED, maybe it's not all the time. Maybe you just, every now and then, something's going on. You can't get it to work. Or, you know, hair loss, struggle losing weight, you know, different things. And a lot of that can be tied back to testosterone, and they've got treatments for that. And I'm on the treatments to get mine, my levels where I need them to be. And so I will, when I go tomorrow, assuming that I'm going to go tomorrow, I will that next day tell you where I'm at. Remember, I started at whatever it was, 358, 368, and you know, we'll see where I'm at. But this is not about me. This is about you. Get with Alabama Men's Clinic. Get yourself hooked up and start living your best life. That's what this is about. AlabamaMen'sClinic.com. 205-598-7000 is the number. That's 205-598-7000. And online, AlabamaMen'sClinic.com. We have Trump speaking live at the White House on expanding school choice. I don't know. Do we want to even go to that?
Your call, boss man.
Let's go to it for just a second. Let's get a feel for it, and then we'll dip out and do a wheel.
Complex in a ballroom that will be second to none anywhere in the world. We have President Xi coming in 2 weeks, and I was over in China 2 months ago, and we saw the Great Hall of China. Well, now we're going to have a Great Hall, too, in the United States, so it's very important, very, very important. And I want to thank you all and welcome you to the White House as we celebrate back-to-school season in America. It's a big deal. We're delighted to be joined by many incredible parents, devoted teachers, exceptional educators, and star students from all across the nation. In fact, we have so many star students, I want to make offers for some of you to come and join us as soon as you get out of college, because we want stars. We want smart people. We like smart people. Some people say, oh, that's not nice to say. No, we want smart people. I want to thank our great Secretary of Education, a fantastic woman, by the way, my friend and all of that, but she's a fantastic woman. Nobody like her. Linda McMahon, Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen. Jim, thank you very much. Thank you. Look good. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Chairman of the House Education Committee, Tim Walberg.
Let's hop in here while he goes through that. I was mainly looking for any comments on Iran and what Scott Bessent announced today. If he does that, it's probably going to be later in the speech, but he'll go through his pleasantries and all that kind of stuff. What he's talking about is expanding school choice on I guess a nationwide level, which is, you know, not something that the president can necessarily accomplish, but they can give incentives and, you know, kind of push for states to allow that school choice, which benefits children greatly. But that's another topic for another day, because right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Wheel of Sarkburn.
Criminals that
suck.
Gosh.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see what we have today. Up first, headline, John Bird. Man claiming to be God threatens troopers in Lewis County.
Good grief.
I think this is in West Virginia, by the way. Jane Lou, West Virginia. A Pennsylvania man is behind bars in West Virginia after allegedly attempting to fight firefighters and threatening state troopers while claiming to be God. Jason Stanchak, 54, of Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, is charged with 2 counts of assault on a first responder following an incident on Tuesday on Hackers Creek Road in Jane Lou. State troopers responded to a report of a 2-vehicle crash on August 18th after firefighters on the scene requested urgent law enforcement assistance. First responders reported that Stanchak was actively trying to fight people at the crash site. Well, it's wild behavior. And I'm assuming he's part of the rack. I don't know, but imagine getting in a rack and then you just jump out and start swinging on people.
Man.
When troopers arrived, they reported finding Stanchak swaying and disoriented.
Imagine that.
Police said Stanchak assumed a pre-fight stance and told an officer, quote, "I'm going to rip your face off." Troopers took him to the ground where he resisted.
He rode the lightning, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. They took him to the ground where he resisted arrest and repeatedly declared that he was God. A firefighter on the scene told police that Stanchak had also threatened him and shouted names at bystanders while calling himself God. He is currently being held at the Central Regional Jail. No bond was set at that time. I don't know if he got tased or not, actually. Maybe he did.
Well, if he's swinging on him, I
Maybe he
would
did.
think. So, I mean, don't worry about trying to wrestle him to the ground. Just bzzzt.
Right.
Give me old Tesla.
Yeah, buddy. All right, next up. Let's see what we got here. Headline reads, all 3 suspects accused of disturbing Florida cemetery thefts now in custody.
Oh, boy.
Orange.
I hope Dexter's not involved.
Yeah, let's hope not. Orange County, Florida. After a search kicked off last week for 3 people suspected of stealing from the dead in Florida, investigators announced that they'd finally been taken into custody. Detectives originally said the group targeted cemeteries, breaking into niches that hold cremated remains and taking family heirlooms left with loved ones, items that can be priceless to grieving relatives. At least 20 cases of these disturbing thefts have been reported in Florida, although investigators believe the number could be higher. The suspects are said to live in Indianapolis and may have committed similar crimes in at least 9 states.
Good land.
In Florida specifically, deputies reported that cases have been identified in Orange County, Seminole County, Hillsborough County, and the city of Winter Park. One of the suspects, identified as Angela Garnett, who's 52 years old,
She knows better than that.
was arrested this week in Indiana, according to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Would you like to see her? This is
Okay.
This is Angela Garnett, 52-year-old Angela Garnett. She looks like a grave robber.
Yes, she does. I was getting ready to say that. She looks like she should be in a grave right now.
She looks like a witch.
Yeah, she's kind of rough.
In a release on Wednesday, though, deputies revealed that the 2 other suspects, identified as Drake Lee Meelam, 33 years old, and Garrett's daughter, Portia Bancroft,
All in the family.
32 years old, had also been taken into custody. Like Garrett, Milam was also arrested in Indiana. Meanwhile, Bancroft turned herself in to the Seminole County Jail. These are the 3 here, in case you want to see them.
Yeah, they look like they belong together.
We belong together. According to investigators, all three face a variety of charges, including injuring or removing a tomb or monument, disturbing the contents of a grave or tomb, and grand theft over $20,000. The total value of the stolen property is estimated to be at $35,000. Quote, but the dollar
for just the one grave robbing,
for all the ones that they've identified so far, grave robbing of all of them together, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the dollar amount is not what's important, says the statement. Having loved one's final resting place disturbed and cherished family heirlooms taken is deeply painful, and we recognize that no arrest can undo what families have experienced. Detectives say they're continuing to work to identify any other victims and determine the full scope of these crimes. They are also urging families to check their loved ones' resting places to make sure items remain secure. So you gotta like go in there and check. I guess if you went and saw that the dirt had been freshly dug or repacked, if you will, that would give you an indicator that somebody's been in there. So, giveaway, as we say.
So I guess they're stealing the stuff and then putting the dirt and stuff back.
Well, I guess I don't know.
God, man,
but
what?
I don't know if they're going to the pawn shops after that or what. It didn't say.
So they're stealing like jewelry and stuff off of these dead people.
Yeah,
probably pulling gold teeth out. Oh, dang. Grave robbing.
Last but not least, another Florida story. Florida men wielding a hatchet and machete clash in Publix parking lot.
Oh, dang.
That's exciting. 2 Florida men have been charged with aggravated battery after allegedly taking up arms, one with a machete and one with a hatchet, in a Publix parking lot. The August 4th physical altercation between Everett Critchbaum, 52 years old, another 52, and James Gay, 35, was over a love interest, according to the police report. Oh, man, you're out there fighting Mr. Gay with a hatchet. Detectives reported Gay was the primary aggressor in the incident in Panama City. You want to see these guys?
Of course.
I think Gay is on the right side, and the other guy, whatever his name is, I already forgot.
Yeah,
is
they kind of fit there.
Yeah, Gay's the younger one.
Yeah.
He's the young guy.
Yeah, beard can't hide it.
Kirchbaum was sitting in his car in the Publix parking lot when Gay first approached him and started a verbal altercation. Gay then allegedly returned to his vehicle and came back with a machete in its sheath. He hit Kirchbaum in the face with it. A feud began between the two men had been brewing over a woman that Critchbaum is dating and Gay used to date, Stephanie Marshall. Marshall, who identified herself to Fox News Digital as Gay's girlfriend, is listed as a witness on the report by the Panama City Police Department. As the two men squared up, Critchbaum started swinging a hatchet, Gay said to police.
Dang.
When officers arrived, they found Gay with a deep cut on his pinky finger, exposing the bone and a puncture in his lower abdomen. Critchbaum had multiple lacerations to his hands and face. He told investigators he became unconscious when Gay hit him in the head with a machete.
Good grief. Are they dull machetes?
I don't know. Both Gay and Critchbaum were taken by ambulance to a hospital for treatment. Police report shows that Gay told police he was attacked over his ex-girlfriend. That same day, Gay was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. It wasn't Gay's first altercation that turned violent, records show. In 2011, he was convicted of aggravated battery in the killing of a 16-year-old boy near Panama City.
Oh.
In that incident, Gay used a chain wrapped around his hand to fracture the skull of the teen. Other co-defendants were charged in the boy's death. So in 2012, Gay was sentenced to 15 years in prison. He was released in early June of 24. Wow. Imagine going to
Man.
prison with a name like Gay.
I know. I was getting ready to say, probably growing up, it was brutal, so that's why he's got such a bad attitude.
On August 5th, after Critchbaum was released from the hospital, he was arrested by the Washington County Sheriff's Office and U.S. Marshal Service. He's been charged with aggravated battery causing bodily harm or disability. As of August 7th, both Gay and Critchbaum were being held at the Bay County Jail. It was not clear if they had attorneys, blah, 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 blah. That's a little bit of an older story, so maybe they're, I don't know.
Maybe they've made up and they're good buddies.
Maybe they're happy and gay now. Maybe
but Gay was not gay, and don't call him that. He'll come get you with a machete.
That's right. So I don't know if they're still in jail or what.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah, I missed it. But that's what we call, what was this called?
Criminals.
Criminals that suck.
Oh, gosh.
Ernest Financial, retirewithernest.com, retirewithernest.com. That's my buddy David Ernest, who is looking out for you in your retirement. If you got over $50K in your retirement, this is the plan for you. He's going to be able to get you squared away, make sure your money is safe, secure, and growing. That's right, growing for you. So when retirement comes, and who knows, maybe you get to retire early because you were proactive and you went down this road. You'll be set, man. You'll be able to do the things you wanted to do once you retire, and life is going to be good. Life's going to be good. You just got to make this phone call. Remember, proactive work on your part is going to make all the difference. This doesn't cost you anything. They don't get fees from you. This is nothing out of pocket. 833-596-7233. It's 833-596-7233. Online, retirewithernest.com. So I really wanted to do this story today, but I guess I can hang on to it until tomorrow. The headline is Nudist German Politician Wants to Host Orgies at City Hall.
Okay, that's one for tomorrow. We don't need to just kind of skip lightly over that
He
one.
says it's the ultimate in closeness with the citizens.
Freak.
He wants the citizens to come in and have an orgy. That's wild, man. Wild behavior. Boy, I gotta go get a nap, man. I'm out of my freaking mind today.
You gonna be able to get home okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go take a nap, Coles. I'm gonna go take a nap.
You know, you can close the door there in the green room.
Yeah, I may go.
You're nice and quiet. That seat goes up automatically.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. I might just try that out. Hey, Noto Roofing for you one more time, and OTOroofing.com. That would be NotoRoofing.com. Y'all hit them up. Get that free roof inspection, complimentary roof tune-up, and all of the things that I tell you about on a regular basis. It's the real deal. Noto's the real deal. They do a fantastic job as they've done work at my house and my friends and family. I see the work they do. I know who they are. They're my friends. They're my people. And they're in the business of taking care of the Hey Now Nation. So reach out to them at this number, 205-848-2299. That's 205-848-2299. And online, NotoRoofing.com. NotoRoofing.com. Why am I getting Temu ads for a golf cart?
What in the world?
It's a 6-seater golf cart on Temu. Do you really think, like...
That sounds nice.
Yeah, but it's Temu, man. It says Temu golf cart. Top speeds of 25 miles an hour. 37 miles max range. I guess that's the battery life.
Yeah.
5 hours quick charging. Yeah, they ain't no way. They ain't no way, dude. Temu comes out, man. They advertise bulldozers and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, really? Are y'all shipping that from China to people here at home?
Yeah, it'd be like arrives 2027.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna leave you with the legend known as Leland Whaley. And he's going to take good care of you. Back tomorrow with a brand new episode. Until then, see you, Cole!